And welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Knowledge. On today's episode, we're going to be doing a video that I was a little hesitant to do, and that is what I believe the best investment for January 2021 is. Now, I had done a similar video in the past in December 2020 on the secret rare Pikachu from Cosmic Eclipse, and, not to brag, but that was definitely one of the highest returning investments of from December to now. That card's actually exploded. It's became one of the hottest cards from Cosmic Eclipse, and more or less has got a lot of people to look at Cosmic Eclipse because of that card. Now, I have spoken about Cosmic Eclipse in tons of my other videos because it is my favorite Pokemon set that has been released in years. And I'm talking multiple years. It's my favorite one. Sure, you do have like Hidden Fates and stuff like that, but those, aren't booster boxes. They're Elite Trainer boxes. When it comes down to just ripping packs and having an awesome set with tons of cards available to pull, Cosmic Eclipse has been that set for me. And so that made that video in December 2020 a no-brainer for me. And that's why I picked the Pikachu. And yes, I put that video out, and there's been talk about a reprint of Cosmic Eclipse. And in a small way, I am hoping that reprint does happen. The information for the details of that reprint are very spotty at best. There has been the release that PokeBeach made saying that there would be a reprint, but as for that, that's about it. I haven't heard anything through my channels of what distributors have said or what they've heard from, Pokemon. So I'm not really sure if it's going to happen. And if you really break down what's planned for 2021 with Pokemon, it's absolutely crazy. We have just today, recently, the 25th anniversary, like the card art and some of the pack art had been released. We have Shiny Fates coming out. We have Battle Styles. Even our most recent set, which is Vivid Voltage. Vivid Voltage is in such high demand right now because it really is the best set since Cosmic Eclipse. And I mean, as of recently, sales of Vivid Voltage booster boxes have creeped up to like $140. This is a actively printed set. I mean, you could go to most stores if you're lucky. Keep in mind, they actually have to have product, but you can still buy these packs right off the shelves, whether it's collector boxes or blister packs or loose packs if you're lucky. But again, this is a actively printed set because I think people are already seeing many of the similarities of Vivid Voltage to Cosmic Eclipse, that it has its own little weird subsets of cards within the set and the Amazing Rares and everything for Vivid Voltage. But again, that just goes on to my point of there's so much going on in 2021 already that their most recent sets, like Vivid Voltage, are still, the supply is not there to meet the demand. So why are they going to start reprinting a lot of this other stuff? I mean, I could be wrong, but who knows? I mean, just think about the demand for Shiny Fates right now. Think about the demand for Battle Styles when that gets released in March, and then there's still a backlog of people just trying to play catch up because they weren't able to get a lot of the most recent product. Even Champion's Path and stuff. Yeah, that was not, a great set. And I know there's a lot of Champion Pass fans out there, but there's not a lot of great cards in that set. And I've been saying it forever. And don't get me wrong, I went out, I got some Champion's Path, but it's just not great. Shiny Fate's probably going to be one of the largest sets or most sought after sets in, the history of, TCG. It's just going to be. I'm not a huge Elite Trainers box fan. That's because I like to rip a lot of packs, but I'm also not blind to the fact of the collectability and the demand for this set. And just look at Hidden Fates. Hidden Fates is an absolutely amazing set. People love to rip Hidden Fates packs, But the problem is, again, with me, I like to just open so much product that to not have booster boxes available for me to buy has always just been maybe not a turnoff to the product, but definitely a, I don't know how to phrase this, just a point where, you know, I'm never satisfied enough by just getting one Elite Trainers box and opening 10 packs. And that's just me. And so, like I said earlier in this video, I was hesitant to put out any sort of video like this where I'm recommending product because, honestly, I expected the market to retract a little bit more than it actually did. You're still seeing so much growth in so many different sectors of the market right now that it's would more or less be throwing a dart at a dartboard with your eye closed, and no matter what number you hit, you win. Because look at full arts recently, look at Japanese cards, look at every English set, even the poor sets. As you dive deeper into these sets, you can start pulling out individual cards from each one of these sets. And if you are smart and you spend the time and you do your research, there are a lot of hidden gems out there. And some of them are still very attainable, especially for raw prices. And, I'm a big fan of only purchasing raw cards because by purchasing raw cards, I could go send them for graded myself. And, that brings us to the topic of this video. But, real quick, speaking of a quick shout out to one of my listeners, and, shout out to Monty because he's definitely growing as a very intelligent investor. He's definitely has an eye for a lot of these cards. And, I think he's going to grow a lot. But, in order to grow, you have to be able to put in a lot of that time and a lot of that effort and a lot of that legwork. But, that brings me to the topic of this video. And I know we went off on a little bit of a tangent, but I thought it was important to, say a little bit of that. And, I'm still changing around the format of these videos. Let me know down in the comments, is this something you guys want to hear a little bit more of me just talking off the cuff, or do you want me just, hammer down the point of the video? But my best investment topic for 2021 is just having your cards graded. And please bear with me when I say why this is the best investment, because when the market does pop in certain sectors, you're going to be ready with graded cards because you've already done your research, you've bought those cards at raw prices, and you can now sell them at the graded prices. Because with turnaround times, and I've said it in so many of my videos, turnaround times are absolutely crushing right now. And I have finally made the conscious decision is that I'm no longer grading with PSA for the near term. Yes, I may still grade with them in the future, but not until these turnaround times get changed. Put it this way, since November of 2020, that's less than 3 months. We got November, December, and halfway of January. Since then, I have graded over 500 cards, 112 of those graded cards currently sitting at CGC, and I'm still waiting to have those cards returned. I have another 50 plus card submission ready. I'm just waiting on a few cards that I've recently purchased to be shipped and delivered to me so I can include those with, my next grading lot. With that said, over 500 cards graded, I still feel extremely behind when it comes to this market. I can't grade my cards fast enough. And you know what? I don't know what's going on, but everything that I'm grading right now and selling is working. It's flipping. Cards that are worth nothing are selling for a lot. This market has even stopped making sense to me. But with that said, I'm not about to sit back and just say I'm not going to do this anymore. And I shouldn't feel guilty to grade everything. And let me say this, so not everybody at home is saying, oh, I'm telling you guys to go out and grade I don't know, Vivid Voltage commons that you just pulled out of a pack today. No, come on, guys, let's be realistic. But you can grade all your full arts. You know what? I'm not going to list every card you can grade because I'm pretty sure if you've made it this far in the video, you already know what the market is like, what the graded market is like. Right now I've been only submitting to CGC because I haven't even had one return yet from CGC, but I'm starting to become a believer because I'm seeing at how poorly PSA is just failing people right now with their grading turnaround times. Right now, I have one submission to PSA. 3 of those cards in that submission are Pikachu Secret Rares from Cosmic Eclipse. I have no clue when I will see those cards. I would kill to have those cards back right now. All I want to know is what grades they have and, what I'm going to do with those cards. One of the other cards that I have part of my submission to PSA is a random Raichu because I've said in other videos, I'm just doing a 1 through 10 set, nothing special, but one of the cards in that lot is like going to be a PSA, 6, 7, 8, or maybe not 8. It's going to be like a 5 or 6. And you know what? I just sent it there because, yes, I still do like to do side projects, and that's one of them. I regret sending that Raichu there because it has now not hindered, well, yeah, it hasn't crippled me, but it's definitely hindered me with that 1 through 10 set because I really don't know what grade that's going to get. I'm expecting a 6, and, that's a whole nother video, but you can no longer send cards to PSA and just collect what you want. And by collect what you want, I mean you send your cards to PSA and eventually you're going to get 10s or, weed out your low grades and then have your, what I call the master set. And with turnaround times right now, that's not even a possibility. So as a good investment for January 2021, just get all your cards ready, guys. Start sending them to graded because, especially with CGC and your membership with your discounts and everything, you're looking like a little over $7 a card to grade. I think it has a list price of $8, but with your discount, it's like $7.20 a card. Listen, guys, you can send those cards away and probably flip almost 100% of those cards as long as they're not absolute garbage cards for a profit. And, you can start doing what I do is I'll send away multiples of the same card. I keep whatever the highest grade is. I put that in my personal collection. And whatever I have left, I send away. Just today alone, I bought 5 Reds Pikachu, the Japanese cards from the 20th anniversary set. I bought 5 of them today. I can't wait for those cards to get back to me just so I could get them and instantly send them out the door because, that's why I buy raw cards so I can go grade them. And I'm hoping a few of those cards come back at a high grade. But again, you just got to be smart. It's the best investment you can do right now is just be ready for whatever that next wave is and diversify the cards you're grading. Or if you have the financial ability, yes, I do know if you send enough cards to CGC, it does start to add up. But I think my last submission, I want to say, was 54 cards. I think it was $388 or something like that. If you want to be in Pokemon to invest, and when I say invest, I mean big money, you have to have a lot of inventory coming in. You got to have a lot of inventory going out. You have to start making moves in different sectors. If you want to have all your money in one single card, let's say you go out and buy, I don't know, PSA 9 first edition Charizard, and that's where all your money is. You only own that one card. Yeah, maybe that one card would be a good investment, But that's it. Your game is over right there. You're just going to sit on that one card if 100% of your money is tied up in that single card. Or you can do something what I do is I have so many little pieces moving at one time. You know, when I first started collecting, I didn't have so much money to move around and buy a lot of different products. But because I sold that booster box a long time ago, I freed up a lot of available cash, and it's helped me out, to make those little purchases. But by having a lot of little pieces moving at once, I always have money coming in and I always have money coming out. But at the same time, the amount of money coming in is always more money than I paid to acquire those cards, have them graded. The chart for my investments have all been going up. And you know what? It's been a very good year for me. 2020 was absolutely amazing. The start of 2021 has been just as good, if not better. But again, I'm just have my hands tied right now because I'm burning through all my graded cards right now, flipping these. And I'm making a profit on every one of them. And even I can't keep up with the demand. And I don't see it slowing down. There was a small part of me, looking at this as a bubble. But every time, I go to Walmart or Target just to see if I could get lucky and look on the shelves and, pick up some product right at MSRP. Forget about it, guys. The shelves are absolutely bare. The demand is there. It's just crazy. And cards that I thought were going to take, a couple months to potentially a year to a few years, these cards are already hitting the prices that I was projecting, months out. And, burning through my inventory because, I'm selling these cards because I'm capitalizing while the market's hot. But at the same time, I'm still building my collection, still adding to it. And it's just such a fun time right now. But again, that's why my, best investment strategy for 2021 is just get your cards graded, guys. Be ready. Be ready for whatever that next, right now it's the full art trainers. Who would have thought? I had to go through, I wouldn't call it my bulk because obviously I don't put full art trainers in my bulk, but a lot of my low value cards that I kind of passed over, I had to go through and, I had some nice gems in there that a couple months ago were only worth, less than $5, but now here we are. It's a crazy market. It's a different world. And I just want you guys to be ready. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think this is probably officially my longest video I've made to date. But if you like this video, hey guys, appreciate it making it to the end. If you made it to the end, you are truly a champion. All right, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.